Hello everyone, and welcome to the Hunter Association, your source for all things Hunter x Hunter. My name is Kaige.
And my name is Dylan.
And on this week's episode, we will be talking about Hunter x Hunter 1999, episodes 56, oh nope, whoops, 65 and 66.
We're time traveling now, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, we went backwards. Yeah. Then, of course, we'll be going through our community comments. If you'd like to join in on the community and have your comment read, be sure to comment on the YouTube version on the weekly community post. Also, be sure to like and subscribe to help grow our community of Hunter x Hunter fans. Additionally, if you'd like to know when new episodes are live, click the bell to enable notifications. If you're an audio listener, make sure to rate, review, and comment on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Also, be sure to follow us on Twitter at TXHXAPod, as well as Bluesky at THAPod for podcast-related updates and to submit responses to the weekly call-out posts. If you'd like, you can also still email us at hunterassociationpod@gmail.com. As always, we provided timestamps in the description if you would like to skip ahead to any of the aforementioned segments. News. Breaking news. This was just moments ago. I don't know, maybe a couple hours ago. Chapter 412 was sent in to Shueisha, or is being sent in currently. That's extremely exciting news. We're one step closer to getting that new batch.
Yeah, that manuscript is completed, along with a nice little sketch of Sailor Mars, I believe. So that was really cute, I thought. And we're one step closer. That's 2 chapters now submitted, so, only a matter of time, as per usual.
Yeah. Very exciting stuff. And that's all we got. I mean, that's substantial news. But nothing too. Finks is out, I guess, in that impact.
Oh yeah, that is the thing. I don't know if you've seen some of the balance patches or changes they made to the game as well with that patch.
I haven't.
I sent you a video actually the other day, I believe. Karapika has a damn near infinite now, and it looks really, really funny. They also nerfed Bluesky a lot. Shocker, I know. So.
Damn.
Yeah. It looks cool. Go check it out if you haven't already. I believe Net Impact is still 50% off on Steam and Switch as well. So, assuming that is the case, you can go get it for on the cheap as well.
Yeah. I'd recommend it. It's a fun time. We haven't been keeping up with it exactly, but I had a good time with it from what I played, and I do plan on playing it again at some point.
Oh, for sure.
All right, with that being said, I think that's really all we have to talk about, so let's just go ahead and talk about these episodes.
Yeah, let's go ahead and dive into it.
All right, everybody, welcome to our discussion on Hunter x Hunter 1999, episodes 65 and 66. Starting off, of course, with episode 65, Pursuit, Escape, Spiders on the Run. Good name,
yeah.
Good title.
Good,
I dig
fitting,
it. Yeah. Yeah. It works. So, yeah, basically this whole batch, which is just 2 episodes now, is entirely the chase section of the story. It's pretty cleanly encapsulated right here. So that's kind of nice.
Yeah, we got one nice little segment to talk about today, pretty much.
Yeah. And right off the bat, I want to ask, because I don't know if this is just me or not. Did you think these episodes felt really slow? Pacing wise?
Yes, but in a very intentional way, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think it was something done without intention or done sloppily. I think that this is very much a directional choice for these episodes.
Yeah, I do dig it. It's very different because 2011 they speed through this part really quickly.
Yeah.
And I was even surprised that this is 2 episodes. Because I remember last week we were talking about how, Squala's death is probably next episode. We'll be seeing that. But no, here we are, episode 65. Doesn't happen here, actually. It's next episode.
No,
which really surprised me because, in proximity where we left off last time, Squala's death is right around the corner. Mm-hmm. But they just really stretched things out here.
Yeah, and it's definitely... we could talk about more in detail as we talk through the episodes, I think. But, it's a very different approach compared to at least 2011's adaptation. And arguably for the better, question mark? I want to talk through it first before deciding anything. But,
of course,
there's a lot to talk about here, I think.
Yeah, for sure. These are pretty interesting episodes. So we started off here, episode 65, with the team up with Melody and Killua kicking off. I think was that like the cliffhanger last time? That was like the last thing, right? It was him hearing her after whispering.
They didn't end off on that necessarily, I think, but that was towards the end of the episode, I believe, yeah.
Yeah, it was around the end. So that whole thing begins. I like how Killua doesn't really trust the whole process at first, and he's really hesitant to approach, but then eases up, and then he judges her based on her appearance. Not good.
No, not good at all.
Do better, Killua.
He should know better of all people.
Yeah, no kidding. But she proves herself and demonstrates her insane hearing capabilities by hearing the troop just walking like probably miles away.
Yeah,
which is insane.
Giving pretty intricate detail too. Like, yeah, they're kind of walking in the opposite direction. I hear like 3 like female voices as well. Like, not really, or like I could discern like 6 different footsteps also. Like, oh my gosh. Like,
yeah, and 3 of them are female.
Yeah,
is what she says. And when she says that, they do a really dumb shot, a like really low angle shot of Pakunoda's ass. Very classy, 99.
I've noticed in these episodes in particular, they have a lot of interesting Pakunoda shots in general.
Yeah, they do.
But yeah, they love that woman for sure.
They do. That's something. But she's able to figure out like where they're heading, and now they are on their track. Because as we know, the troop is heading after. Well, they're trying to figure out. Actually, no, they're after the eyes right now because they have Cortopi tracking the eyes with his ability.
Yep, and so they're heading to the hotel in which Squala is staying at, obviously, that we know Squala's staying at. But they don't know exactly where they're heading yet also. They don't have that information. Melody couldn't hear that specific part. She even mentioned, I think, she can't pick up the specific words they're talking about. But, yeah, so this is kind of the start of this, like, this chase, so to speak.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of all begins right here. And it starts off with Killua and Melody trailing them. Not exactly chasing quite yet, but they are trailing them. And on the way, they have a little conversation about how Killua's footsteps are really quiet. She's able to pick up that he was an assassin. And I do like how when she asks, "Are you an assassin?" Killua says, "I was."
Yeah.
I don't know, just a nice little thing.
Like that too. Yeah, he's trying to stray away from that side of his family right now at this point.
Yeah, that's cool. Then we are. Oh, actually, we spent a lot of time with these guys. I forgot how much of the episode was with these two.
Yeah, I mean, again, a lot of these episodes are just kind of like, slowly like unveiling the recon work that's underway. With the entire team. Showing pretty much every single step along the way. And it's really like interesting because like obviously it makes for a very slow paced episode as we're already seeing like this early on, but it kind of really starts easily building up that tension for when the encounter does happen, right? When these groups do eventually meet face to face, right? So I'm really liking how the episode goes so far with that direction.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's really nice. And I like how, I can't remember if this is the case in the manga or 2011, but I like how we don't know their plan beforehand. They don't discuss it at all. We just kind of watch it happen and figure out what it is as we see it happen in front of us.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's a lot of fun. So eventually, Killua and Melody call Gon, and they tell all the information that they've figured out so far about how they figured out that who we know as Krollo is likely the leader. They don't technically know for sure, but I think it's a pretty safe guess just based on how he looks.
Yeah, I mean, Killua said himself too. Like, this guy's the most like composed dude of them all. Like, he's leaving no opening at all. I would be scared for my life to even like view them from the front at this point. Like,
yeah, that's a moment I really like too, because Gon's trying to get more details out of him about Krollo, and he's like, "Dude, no, I wouldn't even dream of going in front of that guy."
Yeah, so
I love that.
All they have at this point is slicked back hair, reverse cross on his coat. Yeah, that's about it.
Yep. He Gon then hands the phone to Karapika, and that's not even really much of an exchange worth reporting on, actually. I guess they probably just relay more information to each other.
That's what it is. Yeah,
know.
they're relaying information back to Karapika's kind of like the ringleader of this entire operation, right?
Yeah.
So they're all just kind of relaying what they know to each other, and Karapika's kind of giving directions based off of that too.
Yeah, he's looking over the map and trying to figure out where exactly they're going.
Mm-hmm. Which points to...
And, okay, so he does... Yeah, he determines that more than likely they're going to the hotel that Squala is currently staying at. Cut to Squala. Oh, poor Squala. Squala is on the phone with... Who is he with? Is
Eliza.
This Eliza? Okay, yeah, it is with Eliza. I wasn't sure if that was
Karapika tried calling him and the line was busy.
Yeah. So he's on the phone with Eliza, and I really like this scene. This is something I do not believe is in the manga, because the Eliza thing is such a weird footnote in the manga. It's like brought up once and then it's nothing. So both adaptations have kind of done some legwork to make it work a little better, including this scene. Unless I'm wrong, this could be in the manga. I don't recall it though.
Kick his ass in the comments if he's wrong.
Yeah, go for it. But yeah, they're just talking to each other, and Squala says something to her that we don't hear, but it makes her smile.
I really like how this scene was directed. I think with like the little calming like lobby music playing in the background too the entire time. It just gives us like a very calm atmosphere that contrasts really well with what we know is like his impending doom. Like even if you didn't know he's going to die, right? Like the trooper, like they're hightailing it after him. You know that they're closing in on him. So it's just kind of it's a nice contrast. I think I really liked it.
Absolutely, the tension building around Squala throughout both of these episodes is top notch. Very, very good. So yeah, he hangs up the phone, and we see this. It's actually a scene I wanted to bring this up because it kind of confused me. But we go back to Eliza for a second, and she's like smiling, and Neon notices. She's like, "Oh, did something good happen?" And she's like, "Yeah, it did." And then as Eliza's smiling, Neon like is looking at her, and her smile kind of fades, and she looks like concerned. I don't know what that's about. I couldn't really figure that out. Like my first thought was like, is this some kind of like fortune telling thing? But she didn't use her ability there. We'd know. I don't know what that was. I really, if anybody has a guess, let me know, because that really tripped me up.
I'm not really sure either. That caught my attention as well whenever I watched that, and like I proceeded to not really think much of it after that, like, you know, because I was just locked in for the rest of the episode. But like I did think to myself, that's a little strange. Like, what could she possibly be reacting to here?
Yeah, and it's not touched on again, but it could be, I guess, in the next episode or something. Maybe we'll find out, I suppose. Like 67, not the next episode in this batch. Anyways, back with the troop. They are getting off their train. By the way, Melody was in the same car as them, and Keela was a couple cars down. So they are back to trailing them as they make their way to the hotel.
It's like an entire system, basically, of like Melody like staying right behind the troop, relaying information to Killua, and then Killua relaying that information to the rest of the group.
Yes. Yeah, it's pretty foolproof.
Yeah.
Also, Karapika is able to get through to Squala and tells him that you better book ass, bro. They're coming straight for you.
So, sometimes I think about how fate would have changed if Karapika did manage to reach him just even slightly earlier on when he was intending to.
Well, I kind of think it wouldn't matter.
I don't think it would either,
because of what he does here. But so yeah, he's in a panic. He's like, sorry, I'm leaving all the luggage here. I'm gone. I'm leaving. But I guess he cares about his job slightly too much, because he does bring the Scarlet Eyes.
Which is still like the stupidest thing in the world to me, because he even says himself as he's driving later on that like, yeah, this is my last day on the job. Fuck this. So why would you even bring the eyes if you're just gonna quit, man? Like,
I don't know.
Your sense
It
of
drives me
duty, I
crazy.
guess. I don't know.
It's so sad. Like, yeah, I mean, he's doing his job. He's not gonna do a bad job for his last job.
I guess. But
It sucks. It hurts. It's like the Interstellar moment. I'm just watching him do this. I'm like, no, don't do it. Leave him behind, bro. You would have made it. Ugh, poor Squala.
yeah, but yeah, he brings the Scarlet Eyes along with his dogs, and he's hightailing it.
So they're all on the road, and that is where they will stay. Meanwhile, with the rest, they are currently Gon and Kurapika and also Leorio. I think, are they caught in the traffic jam? Not quite, but they're in traffic, and they see
Kurapika's ordering them basically to stay put. They're not even in a traffic jam yet, because if they get any closer, they're gonna sense Kurapika's hatred, and then it's all yeah.
Yep. And that's when they see Crollo step out from the subway.
I really love this scene, just like the way it's portrayed here. Just like the suspension
really
building
cool.
as he walks out from like underneath the ground, and then it immediately cuts to Kurapika's eyes behind the glasses. Like just the way they animated that. Oh my gosh, it was so good.
Yeah, it's very cool. Then we get the eye catch, which once again is not very eye catching. It's just a basic ass gradient. It looks like shit. But I digress. And when we come back from the gradient, we see a really cool shot of the troop. I love it a lot.
Yeah.
They're all stanced up. They look great. As Kurapika watches on with... well, we don't get to see his eyes, actually, but we can assume he's not very happy about seeing them.
No, I would imagine not.
So the troop just trying to figure out... Well, actually, so now they realize from Cortopi that the eyes are on the move. They're not stationary in the hotel anymore. Mm-hmm. Figure out that they're going down the elevator. So they are now running on foot, because I guess again, this is kind of weird timing stuff, because like they talk about him being on the elevator and then all of a sudden he's in the car driving off. I don't, whatever, doesn't really matter. But regardless, they are now in pursuit on foot as Squala is driving off in a car. Mm-hmm. And they're fast.
Yeah.
They are quite fast.
This is where we also get Kurapika saying, okay, screw the mission I had in place, I guess. I'm just going to start running on foot towards them as well.
Yes. But, I mean, in his defense, Leorio literally says they might be faster than a car. So,
yeah, this is kind of Leorio's fault if you think about it, right?
Low key, he's kind of an instigator. But, yeah, Kurapika books it and Gon follows suit. Leorio stays behind because he's the only one that gives a shit about the plan, I guess.
Yeah, he's like, what the hell, guys? Like, what are we doing here? Gon's chasing after Kurapika specifically, too, because he's like, wait, I have an idea. Like listen to me, please.
I know. It's, oh my god, dude. Kurapika blew it big time.
Yeah.
He let his emotions take control here.
It is
a bad play.
That is touched on in the next episode as well.
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk about that when we get there. But yeah, it's all falling to shit right now. And that screams out more so even when we cut to Melody and Killua finding out that they're pursuing on foot, and Killua's like, what the hell, guys? Like, what are we doing
all
here?
That work. All that work I just did, now we're just throwing the plan out the window. So yeah, that's the current state of things. We have Gon and Kurapika on the troop's tail and the troop on Squala's tail. Mm-hmm. The hierarchy will change once again momentarily. Leorio's caught in traffic again, by the way.
Oh,
where was he going?
To the hotel, I think. I'm not really sure.
Weren't they at the hotel already? Yeah, they were.
Yeah,
they were like right in front of it. Where the hell is he going?
Maybe trying to catch up with them, but like in the car. I'm not really sure.
Oh, that's. Yeah, you're probably right, but like, why?
Yeah, I don't know. Leorio's role in this pursuit now always confused me, and it hasn't really changed here, I think.
I've never really thought about it. I mean, obviously he shows up and is the MVP in a moment.
Yeah.
Well, not a moment. That's next episode. But as of now, I literally don't know what he's doing. But go for it, Leorio.
Yeah, go for it. We also get this really sick shot, by the way, of the troop like running over like people with umbrellas and stuff.
Yes.
Like, oh my god. It's so good.
Yeah, it's so
Looks so
cool.
clean.
And one lady in the crowd's like, "There's ninjas."
Kind of do look like ninjas if you think about it.
Low key, they do.
Machi does, anyways.
Oh yeah, she very much does. Okay, wait. Actually, here, there's a line from Leorio. He says, "What does he say here?" Leorio, where's going? He took off after Kropika. I was told to wait, but I can't sit here. So okay, so where are you going? Oh, I'm driving toward the hotel. But
So I was right.
Okay, I'm
I
so
was right.
confused. But what? I swear to God, they were just at the hotel, weren't they? I don't know.
I guess they
Whatever.
I don't think they were. I don't think they were at the hotel because they were like waiting outside of that subway entrance, right? So they were waiting for.
Yeah, but the troop just walked out of that subway.
Yes,
I guess,
but
okay,
they
so
knew
weren't-
they knew where they were going because they saw where they entered on the subway. So they just reached the destination, which would be the station closest to the hotel.
This makes more sense to me. I was thinking they exited the subway and were just right at the hotel.
No.
But in actuality, they were just still on the way there. And
Yes.
then they figured out the eyes were on the move. Okay.
Yes.
Timeline makes sense now. I understand. My fault. I thought the building that was like by the subway, that big building, it looked like a hotel. Maybe it was just another hotel. I don't know.
Just another skyscraper, my friend.
Yeah. So anyways, yeah, all that's going on. Squala's on the move. He's just talking about how this is his last day on the job.
Mm-hmm.
And Killua is pissed off about the plan being ruined. So he's now on the move in their direction. And he'll come into play momentarily.
Lots of moving parts now, literally.
Yes. Yeah, literally moving parts. So while the troop is going after Squala, Crollo is the one to make note that they are now being followed as well.
There's also this weird, like, during this sequence in particular, this weird, like, impact frame, like, background happening while, like, everyone is running. I wanted to make note of that. I didn't look that great to me. But
speed lines is what those are called. And they there's a very overuse of them here. It's very distracting.
Very distracting. That's the key word here.
They didn't want to draw the backgrounds, I guess, here. But, yeah, so they're all running and talking at the same time, and Crowler makes the call to split the group in half, so some people pursue in front, and some people check out what's behind them. Nobunaga,
Takunoda, and
Kortopi, I think,
yep.
and Paku are the ones that go ahead, and Crowler, Shizuku, and Machi stay behind.
Nobunaga makes mention as well. If that chain user's behind us, you better wait for me to get back first before you kill him. So
yeah. And yeah, the speed lines are at their worst here in the scene where Nobunaga and the rest run straight ahead. That looks actually awful. Oh my god,
really
that's
bad. And like
that's rough.
It's at least bad in a funny way. I will give it that much. But like, yeah, you could tell they got lazy.
Yeah, that's rough. But then there's a cool moment where the troop that are staying behind, they stop their momentum and do like a slide backwards.
Yeah.
They keep their momentum. I thought that was sick. I really like that. And then Kurapika and Gon immediately notice and they dart off in different directions.
Jump
Gon's
off
behind a trash can and Kurapika's in an alleyway.
in the midst of the speed lines as well.
Yes, yeah. So you don't actually get to see them jump behind anything. They just jump into speed lines. Cool. And we just take the troops' word for it when they say that later. It's also like 2011 does a way better job at that particular scene. I at least gotta say, because like here, there's no sense that like, I like in my head when I watched those events play out, I'm like, oh, so the troop just saw them, like they're screwed. But no, they didn't. They saw like their shadows, and that's it.
Yeah.
But that's just not conveyed here in any capacity.
It's not. It's a little weak presentation wise for sure.
Yeah, but what follows is good, and next episode is good as well. Yeah. So whatever.
I want to make note here as well, though, while we're like at this point, that like at this point, like Shizuku has Blinky out, and like they're all stanced up and like ready to fight, and there's just like passerbys with umbrellas just kind of casually walking by them the entire time. Nobody's raising an eyebrow at this weird ass freaky vacuum lady just standing posed up here. I don't know. Really
if I saw it, I'd probably just mind my own business and walk past as well, to be honest.
Just another freak in Yorknew, I guess.
Yeah.
It was mildly entertaining to me whenever I saw it.
Yeah. So, meanwhile, that exchange is happening. Kilo and Melody are still on the move, and Leorio is now deciding to off-road to get to the hotel. Right on, bro. And then we're back to Kurapika and them, and Kurapika's getting all pissed off. He's thinking that as the troop approaches, he's gonna pounce. He's gonna get him. And Gon is thinking to himself on the other side, like, brother, come on.
You are literally the key to defeating them entirely. Yeah. What the hell are you doing?
Yeah. He is losing it. And we end this episode as the troop. Actually, they're just kind of standing there. They're not even walking yet.
But we know that they are going to approach sooner rather than later.
Yeah. Is this where Kurapika's chains like wiggle?
He like brings up his hand a little bit and his aura kind of flares. That's about it.
Yes, okay, there's this part. Yeah, so he does that and his chains are like, they look like worms. They're just like wiggling around. It really threw me off.
They have a mind of their own.
Visual. Yeah, they're ready. Yeah, so that's episode 65 though. Pretty good. I like this one.
Yeah, no, it was really well paced. I thought for like it makes like a chase that happens so quickly in the other adaptations feel like an actual like suspenseful chase, and we're not even at the conclusion of it yet. So I really dug the approach for the presentation of this episode. Speed lines aside from that one scene in particular.
Yeah, the speed lines or something else, but
like directional wise, it was good. I thought
it was. Yeah, I do think this next episode is the more clear highlight.
Yes.
But I thought this episode was quite good as well. I had a good time with it. It was just very surprising, the pacing. I wasn't expecting this whole thing to be 2 episodes. I figured it'd just be 1.
Mm-hmm.
But
it definitely makes it more effective, though, I think, at getting you to like care about like what Squala's fate is at the end of this, right? Because like that is the entire focal point of this chase, right? But whereas, like you said in the manga, it kind of makes it feel like a footnote, like Squala's impact on it all. Makes you really like feel like it gives you time to really like anticipate like what the hell, like what's gonna happen here. Like there's all these different moving parts and they're all about to converge. And it's like, I don't know, makes you feel for Squala in a way that I don't think they made you feel before this point.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I've always had a soft spot for Squala, but I think they did a really good job here of just tension building and making you like really unsure what his fate will be. And that also bleeds into this next episode, which I guess we can just go ahead and start talking about.
Yeah, good segue.
So this is episode 66, Hostages, Insignificant Bugs, Communicated Emotions. That is a wild title. That's a mouthful.
I'm not even really sure if it's the most fitting title in the world, to be honest, but yeah. I mean, kind of.
Isn't.
Kind of.
Like, I mean, it is. It sort of.
I don't get the insignificant bugs part, but you know, that's fine, I guess.
Yeah, what is that actually?
Beats me.
I don't know. I really don't know what that's referring to. Maybe Gon and Killua?
Maybe.
But those are also the hostages in the title, so like they get 2. Whatever. Who cares? I don't know.
Not worth thinking about.
No, it's not worth thinking about. So, pick up right where we left off, and Gon gets the bright idea of instead of going with Kurapika's ingenious plan of jumping them, Gon instead jumps out from behind the trash can and is like, sorry, we're done. We'll stop. My bad. And obviously Crollo has no idea who this is, but Machi recognizes him.
He's like, oh, it's you.
Yeah, you again. And she's like, yeah, there's one more too, so come on out. And of course, Killua steps out because he was also hot on their trail.
Yeah. I like how it makes you think for half a second though that it's like, did she talk about Kurapika? Does she know that like he's there? You know, but no, it's Killua showed up right in time for this. I like how he just immediately gets the hint too off of Gon's action. Like, okay, I need to step in now.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing else to do in this situation. They gotta save Karapika.
Yeah.
Even though this is his fuck up.
Yeah.
You gotta save him from himself here. And to which Machi's just like, why are you even bothering? The mafia canceled our bounties. And Kila's like, what?
Huh?
Really?
No way. What?
No way. Huh?
News to
And
us.
like you can tell by the troops' reactions they are not buying that shit at all, but they're just gonna play along with it anyway.
Yeah, well, we don't really know what else to do at this point. So.
Yeah.
I like how
So-
then it's like that pivots to Machi's response like, Crollo, what do we do here? Like,
Yeah, I know. They don't even really respond to that. Just like, what are we doing here? So yeah, he orders her to capture them, so she does.
little detail here that I really love, like before the words even completely leave Crollo's mouth, Machi immediately acts. I love how they did that.
So cool, so
Like
cool.
she just knew off of like the first syllable that he spoke what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Love that. Yeah, very, very cool. I like that as well. So then Crollo calls Finks, and I mean, he's basically just telling the entire troop to meet at the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And they, Machi's just like, why don't we just kill these kids? And Crollo's like, I'm going to trust your hunch. Let's see how this goes. And now Machi's downing her own hunch.
Yeah,
She's like, I don't know.
You're trusting it too much.
Yeah. Little does she know, though.
Yeah.
And then a really nice scene that I've always really enjoyed. Gon decides to ask Crollo, why do you do this? Why do you kill people that have nothing to do with you? And Crollo has an interesting response. He gets kind of he's thoughtful about it. He's just like, I don't know. I mean, he says, he kind of repeats what Gon said first. He says, because they have nothing to do with me. And you can kind of interpret that as an answer, but
you can
he goes on and he's
yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say you could also interpret those like he's asking himself in like confusion, like
Right.
why do I do that?
Uh-huh.
You know.
That's what I like to interpret it
Yes.
as. I think that's really cool. Like,
And I think
it's like I don't know.
I feel like
he's trying to figure it out himself.
yeah, and I feel like to 99's credit, the voice direction does kind of lean into that interpretation a little bit more, just based on how Crollo is speaking here. Very much like kind of an introspective tone of like talking to himself, I think, which I really like, and I think that fits Crollo's character a lot for what we know him to be going later on in the series as well, especially. So, yeah, really like this scene a lot.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of Crollo's voice actor in 99. He's really good. So following that, we are now video player froze again. That's cool.
Classic. It's at least once every episode.
Once an episode, it's gotta happen.
Essentially, though, they're saying, okay, we're going to go meet Finks at the hotel, escort them along Machi. If they try to escape, kill them immediately.
Yes.
Which then,
still
I'm
not
assuming
back.
your video
Hold
player
on.
is still frozen. I'll still
Yeah,
continue.
I'm about there. But go
Okay.
ahead.
Yeah. But this, so as they are being escorted, we see Melody and Karapika kind of reconvene. And Melody's telling Karapika, like, don't get any closer. They will kill you immediately. You will be in their aura, essentially.
Yeah.
And then
Is this also where she kind of like scolds him a little bit?
yes, like you are you kind of like let your emotions get the best of you there, man. They did this to save you because you are the key to defeating them.
Yeah, I really like that somebody is there to tell him that, because honestly, he's probably so up his ass right now that he wouldn't even really think about that.
Yeah,
This is all on him. This is really 100% his fault.
and it's especially effective coming from Melody, who we know is very like soft toned, like sympathetic character, kind of like giving like a really not aggressive necessarily, but like a stern scolding to Karapika here, like
Yeah.
you put your friends at risk because of your carelessness here, which I really really like. Coming from
It's
Melody.
very motherly tone.
Yes,
The way she's like scolding him here.
Karapika needs that too at this point.
Yes, he does. He definitely does. Back to Squala, the man of the ill fate coming. He is driving along and realizing that nobody's following him, but I probably shouldn't let my guard down.
Mm-hmm.
That wouldn't be very smart. He's smarter than that. And he's again, this is like all he talks about because they just have to remind us of how this is his last day on the job. This is all for Eliza and the dogs. Start a new life, basically. Turn over a new leaf. Get out of this shitty line of work that he's in. Yeah, but that's not going to happen. Back to Leorio. Oh my god, my video player froze again. What is going on?
No.
Sorry.
So
go ahead.
We get Leorio stuck in a traffic jam. Essentially, he's being like, "Damn it! Like I'm almost there at the hotel. Just get me through. I can't catch up like this." He starts ramming his way through traffic, trying to find shortcuts and whatnot. In which we then cut from there back to the troop, specifically Kortopi, Pakunoda, and Nobunaga, which they're chasing after their target, obviously, and Nobunaga's asking questions. Like is the chain user on the boss side or our side? And Pakunoda's like, doesn't matter, the Kortopi's copy is fading, like, as we speak. Like, we need to catch up to them now before we lose it.
Yeah, Nobunaga's antsy. He's ready to kill.
Mm-hmm.
Back to Squala. We just keep cutting back. Anytime I talk about Squala, it'll just be the same thing. He's stuck in traffic and getting frustrated. There's no point in even bringing it up.
Yeah, I mean, but at this point now, the troop is aware, like, oh, their speed is decreasing. Like, he's kind of
yeah. Yeah, and they pretty much, they also, after the scene I just talked about where they cut to him, they cut back, and now the troop knows exactly where he is. Kortopi does a final scan, and
he's like, he's over there.
They know exactly where he is. Yep. And I guess just pointing the direction Nobunaga knows, I don't really understand.
I don't know.
Whatever. It's fine. He knows. They're built different. So Nobunaga is in hot pursuit. He's jumping from car to car.
That's a scary sight.
Yeah. And I love seeing all the people driving. They're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What is going on right now?
Squala's dogs start growling, and he looks in the rear view, and he sees that shit too, and he's immediately no.
No, sir. So he is just blasting through traffic. This is such a tense scene, by the way. I love this. We have Nobunaga jumping across cars and Squala just getting through traffic any way he can.
Rear-ending people.
Slamming into cars. Yeah, not a care in the world. Just gunning it.
Mm-hmm.
But Nobunaga is not going to let this go easily. He pretty easily catches up and gets on top of the car and stabs straight through the driver's side roof.
Saying, you better stop the car now.
You better stop the car. Yeah. And Squala's just like, oh, fuck. It's at this point, he keep getting little incomplete thoughts in his head, and it all builds up to him finally saying I'm dying today.
Yeah.
This is it. And I've always loved the way that happens. It's so real. You can tell he knows as soon as that sword's through, he knows.
Mm-hmm.
I'm dead. But it's that denial. He doesn't want to admit it to himself. It's really, really good. Poor guy. Yeah. Damn.
Poor guy.
It gets me every time. I feel for him so bad. He wanted out.
But
this life wasn't meant for him.
No. But we start leading into that scene now, though, very slowly, very intentionally.
Yeah,
they're all kind of pointing. Cool. They're all waiting outside the car, saying, "Get out." And we're getting Squala's thoughts on everything you just mentioned, basically, as he's letting his dogs out, setting them free, letting them get away before anything happens. Lets the dogs out, and he's thinking to himself too. That's another thing I like. He's like, I have some amount of skill. I'm not incapable in situations like these, but ultimately he knows he's dead here. Yeah. So he's getting his dogs out of there. They give him one last look. It breaks my heart.
They probably know too, to be honest. That's the sense I've always gotten here. But they're gone, and Pakunoda's got the gun pointed at him, and that's when he does the final thought of, "This is the day I die." And as this is happening, we also get some shots of like people in their cars because it's just a total standstill now. This is obviously the center of attention in this traffic jam.
Yeah.
People with weapons out. And it's the similar sentiment of what was happening with Nobunaga. They're just like, what is happening right now? So Nobunaga is very intense during this. He's ready to kill. They know that this is not the chain user, obviously, because they recognize him from the list of the other bodyguards. And they know that Kurapika isn't on that list.
But they do want answers, and by God, Nobunaga will get them.
They sure do.
Says, if you even move even a little bit, I'll kill you.
Yes. And Nobunaga also backs that claim up, as we'll see in a moment. Yeah. But Pakunoda is just asking about the chain user. He's got him in like an arm lock, I guess. And Squala immediately plays dumb, so she presumably breaks his arm.
Says the left one will be next if you lie again.
Yeah. But it's so interesting how even though like the moment she touched him, she got everything. There's no reason to even question him, but doing it anyways. I guess. Actually, no. It's probably to bring the thoughts to the surface.
Yeah.
That's probably why she's doing this.
Makes it easier to read the mind, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then as she's doing this, getting the information, I'll just ask about the chain user and all that. Presumably a thought comes up in his mind about Eliza. So she's like, is there someone you love? Is her name Eliza? And then Squala loses his cool and says, like, if you even lay a finger on her, and lights out.
Yeah.
Nobunaga cuts his head off. Damn.
Very clean presentation of his head getting cut off here too, for what it's worth.
Yeah, it's really, really cool how 99 did it here, where as his head is flying, the final bit of his sentence like still came out a little bit. It's haunting. Poor Squala, rest in peace, brother. That's so sad.
Very, very sad.
He just wanted out, man. It gets me every time, the poor guy. And yeah, now obviously the people that were looking on are now looking on
They're like,
even more shocked.
What the hell is happening here?
Yeah, that guy's head just got cleaned off, bro. And now they're asking Pakunoda what she learned, and she's like, well, instead of telling you, I can just shoot it into you. And Nobunaga's like, what the hell? So I guess they've never seen this.
Yeah, like, what is that? I've always been confused about that. Like, you've never seen her use her ability ever?
I guess not. I guess they only knew the one part of it. It's so crazy because, again, she's one of the founding members of the troop, as we know. Like, Nobunaga, in specific, has known her for, like, 20 years. Not once has she done this. That's crazy.
Insane.
But they do trust her enough to let her shoot them. And shoot them, she does. And that prompts the people in the cars to then again be like, what the fuck? Now they're shooting each other? What is going on?
These guys are still standing after getting shot in the head?
Yeah. And then also, this is kind of a downer part of the episode. There's this really ridiculously long memory sequence where we're just getting old scenes with a like CRT filter over them as Nobunaga gets the information.
I do like how it looks in terms of like, you know, kind of this like CRT like filtering they use, but they linger on it for a little longer than I would have liked.
It's too long. Like this would have been way better if it was just a bunch of flashes. I like the new scenes they added of Eliza, like the shots of like just her in like beautiful environments. Those are great. But I don't like that we have like 30-second long whole clips from episodes in between those scenes. It's just like I feel like there could have been a better way to do this, especially the beginning. Like the first scene they choose is when Kurapika uses dowsing chain on everybody at like beginning of the arc. That they play like that whole damn scene. I don't think that was really necessary.
No,
especially because the takeaway right after this is we didn't figure out anything about his ability. But the first clip you show is him using his ability to detect lies. What?
Yeah, you didn't discern anything from that, huh?
We couldn't figure out anything from that.
Maybe the troop is stupid as fuck.
Yeah, I think the anime choosing to show that was a pretty poor decision. But yeah, that goes on for way too long. I think that's like a minute and a half, actually.
Yeah. They could have easily cut that,
dude,
like,
it's
half.
It's 2 minutes. That is 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's crazy. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot.
It'd be stretching like a good amount of length, even if it was a minute long. But yeah, it's 2 minutes of the entire episode.
2 minutes. Ooh, that's rough.
Yeah.
That's rough. Like, we got the point immediately. We really didn't need all that, but hey. I digress. But anyways, Nobunaga is happy about this because now he knows exactly who they're looking for. He knows his name. He says it out loud, which is always surreal. After a whole arc of him just calling him the chain user now. He knows it's Kurapika, which is also terrifying.
Yeah.
That he has that information. Says, I'll remember that name and face until I kill you. And that's... wait, where? Oh, the eye catch was earlier. I forgot.
It was right after Squala got his head chopped. Yeah.
Yeah. We had another shitty looking gradient, of course. So then they get a call, or Pakunoda calls Crollo, and Crollo tells them we'll be waiting at the lobby of the hotel, where they are taking Gon and Killua. And Gon is... What is this about again? They're thinking about... What is this? I don't even remember.
Basically, they had a plan lined up with Kurapika already, and he's kind of thinking to himself, Kurapika doesn't know where we're being taken to, but, hopefully the plan still goes through, essentially.
Yeah, just being hopeful. And Killua is hoping... Okay, right. Killua is hoping that Melody just heard the phone call. Yeah, okay.
And if it is the hotel that they're going to, then there's a chance this can all still go through.
Yes. So they arrive at the hotel, and Killua's trying to whisper to Melody, hoping that she's in there, asking for a signal if she can hear him. Nothing. Mm-hmm. But doesn't really matter because our goat is here. Leorio is here, and he immediately causes a big scene. He's yelling at some guy on the phone, and I love how this is animated. He literally just looks like a different person.
He looks like he's about to pop a blood vessel in his forehead.
Yeah, it's so funny. I love it. I love the way they did that. And Shizuku's like, can we just get rid of this guy? Immediately.
This guy's annoying. Let's kill him.
Yeah. Kurapika's just ignore him. Just turn a blind eye. I love that. But during Leorio's freak out on the phone here, he's subtly telling them information about the plan. He's telling them the time. Oh, I think the implication of this was the plan to begin with, but he's saying the details of it subtly to remind them that it's still happening.
Yeah, the plan hasn't changed.
Yeah. Yep, the plan is on, is what Gon says. So yeah, it's just saying that the plan is on, is exactly what Leorio was getting at here, which is so smart. I love this moment for Leorio. It's one of my favorites.
Which is how this plan is unveiling to us as the watcher as well, what exactly is going on here. And he's mimicking all this through a fake conversation with someone on the phone, basically, or having an argument with somebody. But Gon and Killua immediately get the picture of okay, when the lights go out, basically at 7:00 sharp, that's when the plan starts, essentially.
Yep. Yeah, so that's their plan. They're gonna cut the power at 7:00, and things will happen then, which we will not get to see until not even next week, actually, the week after.
But we do get a little snippet of Killua thinking okay, yeah, I can dislocate my joints, free myself from these cuffs. I'll have 0.7 seconds to escape, something like that. So
yeah, love that.
Yeah,
and we end the episode with there being 5 minutes remaining until it hits 7:00.
Good cliffhanger.
That's it.
Good cliffhanger.
Yeah. That's episode 66. Very good episode, I thought, minus the 2-minute montage. That was pretty rough, but everything else I thought was fantastic. The chase scene was phenomenal. I loved it felt so intense. It's like for a minute I forgot what even happened. I was just like experiencing it again for like the first time. It was just so engaging and intense. I loved
It
it.
was very engaging, very well paced, and to the credit to this batch of episodes as a whole, like the previous episode really set up this episode for success as well, and kind of like
Yeah.
kind of planting the foundation for for this chase to happen in the first place in the manner that it did. And yeah, it was just really engaging throughout. I had a really great time with it, and even with the whole 2 minute long CRT memory compilation, as long as that dragged out for, I still like enjoyed the presentation of that for what it's worth. So there is still some merit to that entire scene, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to how these next couple of episodes will be when Karapika and gang's plans are underway. Really curious to see how that'll be presented.
Yeah, this already puts us at the halfway mark of this first OVA series, so we're very close to the end of Yorknew.
Surreal.
Exciting. Yeah, I can't wait to see how this wraps up. All right, any final thoughts before we move over to community comments?
I just want to say I'm continuing to be impressed with how like on par with the original TV run that the animation is for the most part in these OVAs.
Yeah,
I really hope that continues to persist, because I think it's a really, I mean, like, you could very easily drop the production quality in half if they really wanted to, but it really shows that they put some amount of effort in kind of keeping it consistent with the TV run, which I do really appreciate. And I also want to give a shout out to the soundtrack in these episodes as well. Some of these like orchestral tracks that happened, especially in I believe the first episode 65, really stood out to me, and it was really great stuff.
Yeah, it shows that they really cared, which is cool. I mean, like, this isn't an effortless production. They really wanted to make a proper continuation of what they were doing before in the TV run.
Mm-hmm.
Worth noting, I haven't talked about this yet, but this OVA does have a different director than the TV series. So little things like, I don't know, maybe just the usage of Nen feeling a little different in this version could be the reason for that. Maybe this director actually gave a shit about Nen, unlike the last guy.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I am noticing a difference in the feel of Nen at the very least also. So
yeah.
that does kind of make more sense now.
Yeah, it's just very high quality so far, minus that speed line segment that we talked about. But honestly, that's a very isolated incident. I think everything surrounding it, and the montage, that was definitely like a budget cut moment. But everything surrounding those moments, maybe there's like one moment per episode that's like a little low budget. I don't know.
But that's also not like
I've
out of the norm for most anime.
No,
so like there's always some amount of shortcuts you can nitpick from
nitpick.
Yeah, nitpick from every episode of an anime. So
yeah.
I don't know. Like it's par for the course in my eyes.
Yeah, it looks great. I'm really enjoying these so far. I'm very surprised, honestly, at how good they look.
Yeah, that's not to say that quality could definitely dip later down the line. But right now, things are good.
All right. I think with that, we're ready to check out and see what you guys had to say about these episodes.
Let's go ahead and dive in, guys. Okay, now it's time to see what you guys have to say about Hunter x Hunter 1999 episodes 65 and 66. Usual reminder, if you want to get in on the fun discussing any given comment, or topic rather, not comment, week to week, make sure to keep an eye out for the YouTube community posts, as well as the weekly call-out posts on Twitter and Bluesky. And of course, if you want to email us your thoughts for whatever reason, you could always do so at hunterassociationpod@gmail.com. So, starting off with Edokawa's comment today. Episode 65, not the Naruto run. At least Kurapika has way more drip in this version. I didn't even notice that he did the Naruto run, honestly. I wasn't that locked in, I suppose. But
I guess they did.
Very common anime trope.
There is a moment in the manga version of this. You know what? It's actually, I didn't even piece this together, but it's that moment. They did it. They adapted it in this. The moment where the girl with the umbrella says, like, oh, they're ninjas. And
oh!
In the manga, they draw the little like Konoha headband symbol next to her when she says that.
That's awesome. Wow, I didn't even...
A little reference.
That's really cool, actually. I didn't know that. Good to know.
Yeah.
Episode 66. In retrospective, it's so cool how the visions from Pakuno's ability look like they're from an old television, kind of like the one they used to watch as kids. Definitely more than 5 to 10 years ago. Also, Rip Squala, you will be missed, even though you kind of look like Black Sensui in this version, and I like the 2011 design more.
Oh my god, you're so right. I didn't even think about that. Look up Sensui, Dylan.
I'm doing
He
it right
really
now.
does
Hold
look
on.
like Black Sensui.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
They're identical. They're twins. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's awesome. Merry Christmas, by the way. Yes, Merry Christmas to all. Hope everyone had a happy holiday this year.
Yeah, we forgot to mention that at the top. Yeah, happy holidays, everybody. It's already passed, I guess.
Yeah. This will be on the
Happy New Year.
28th if you're watching day of this being uploaded. But I really liked how they kind of presented that with like the whole CRT static kind of imagery. Just went on a little too long, I think. Like, okay, we got the point, but
it should have just been faster montage, I think.
Yeah, it was cool though, presentation wise. Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Next up is from Magitech, who says, do you guys think there's Christmas in the Hunter x Hunter universe? I mean, Jesus existed, so there probably is something of the sort. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. There definitely is, I would say.
Yeah, I'd have to imagine there is. We've never really seen a holiday celebrated in Hunter x Hunter, but I bet there's Christmas.
It's a wide world out there. I'm sure there's some culture that's celebrating something out there.
Yeah, I mean, they have religion, and presumably they actually just straight up have Christianity.
Yeah, so like, why wouldn't they have Christmas?
Has a Bible. Yeah. Episode 65, and we start with a new scene, the first meeting of Killua and Melody. It's a nice and short showing of both their skills, and it's always nice to see Killua being impressed by someone and feeling a bit humbled. Yeah. I really like that scene.
Forever and always having an ego.
Yeah. We get the scene of Melody listening to the spider, and fun fact, in that zoom in of Pakunodo's back.
Yeah, her back.
Yeah, her back. The Latin American version added a line with Melody figuring out she's wearing a mini skirt, maybe guided by the tempo of her steps.
How in the world
guess.
could you deduce that? What?
I don't think that's really possible, but sure.
Gotta highlight her miniskirt, of course.
Of course. Going forward, we get another difference in art direction. You know what? I just thought maybe in the Latin American version's defense, maybe they did that just to justify that shot being there in the first place.
They got given the animation. You're like, what the hell do we do with this?
Yeah, like what the? Why'd they show that? We gotta do something about this. Anyways, going forward, we get another difference in art direction. While 2011 again goes for its desaturated grays that has become its style for Yorknew, 99 goes for this dark yet cozy palette, with some deep darks for the city that contrast with the warm yellows and oranges from the building lights. Some watercolor on the streets for the feeling of the fresh fallen rain, and a bigger emphasis on background people just going through their day. Yeah, I noticed that. There is like a lot of effort in these episodes so far to like focus in on just people around the city, which I don't really think was too awfully present in 2011.
That is a really good observation. Like, even with just like the simple like scenes of like the people in their cars reacting to everything that's happening in the street, right? Like, it makes Yorknew feel a lot more like lived in as an environment, I think.
Yeah, like those aren't just like NPC cars in GTA. There are people in there.
Yeah,
that Nobunaga's walking on. There's no point in 99 where Yorknew feels like just set dressing. The city is always moving.
Yes.
So true. There's something weirdly comforting about Melody calling Killua a true assassin. The troop goes into a subway and no one bats an eye. This really is based on New York. Yeah, that's anytime I think about that kind of thing, like when I see the troop walking around and nobody gives a shit, that's New York too.
Yeah.
Like, there's freaks all over the place. You just gotta walk on and go about your day.
Yeah, mind your own business. Don't ask questions.
Yeah, smile and nod. Like I mentioned last week, because Squall and Eliza come so out of nowhere, every adaptation feels almost obliged to, well, same word really, to expand their interaction to give their relationship some extra meat. But because there's so little moments to do so, it can come up as death flaggy, I assume you mean. But yes, that's very true.
Kind of unavoidable.
The anime does add some death flags, yeah. I guess in some sense you can say the manga death is more unexpected because there really isn't much build up to it. But the anime, both versions, let you feel more for Squala in that moment, which I think is a pretty balanced trade-off.
Yeah, I would say even a favorable trade-off, honestly.
Yeah. We'll have a better example of this next episode. Oh, interesting. Oh, probably about Pakunoda.
Yeah,
I bet
probably.
they do something there. We get a nice section with Chain Jail as Kurapika explains the plan to Gon. Not necessary, but definitely welcome. And man, that's some exceedingly menacing walk out of the subway. It sure is. Yeah, I like that they showed like a little visual of Chain Jail when he was talking about it. It's nice to see Chain Jail's like end, like the hook. I don't think that's shown ever in 2011.
Never.
Not even once. I don't even think most people who are 2011 anime onlys know that Chain Jail has a hook at the end.
Yeah, it's literally, I mean, whenever they do provide a visual for that, it's literally just like either referencing Uvo or just like, it's just chains wrapped around the user. Nothing special about it.
Yeah.
The hook is a nice little like visual indicator, I feel like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's how to differentiate it. I do love extra detail of Shizuku reading a tourist guide to find out where to go. Feels very in character, as well as the section with Squala starting his car. Does build good tension, for sure. And so the spider begins their pursuit Naruto style. And that's not even a joke. When the girl... Oh, that's what I was just talking about. When the girl calls them ninjas in the manga, Togashi actually drew the Konoha symbol with her. Yep. Just like a little in the air, like beside her text bubble. It's cute. And while Gon and Kurapika jump into action, Leorio is stuck in traffic. See, this is why the troop took the subway. Hey, actually, that was pretty smart, yeah. The troop split, and we get a standoff. And again, you have the spider with Shizuku with Blinky out and people just calmly walking by. That's what you were talking about. Just another day in Yorknew. Exactly.
So
that's what it boils down to.
It's just funny because like they're like extra freaks because like you have a vacuum cleaner with teeth, with very sharp teeth, just standing in front of you. These guys are just like, yeah, I'm ignoring that. Fuck that.
Maybe there's a convention in town. They're doing a photo shoot.
There's cosplay in the Hunter x Hunter universe.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Leorio cutting traffic by going down the park. Anything that makes him a more active member is always welcome. Yeah, I love that moment.
Mm-hmm. Very, very funny. Episode 66, and we resume right where we left off with our protagonists with their backs against the wall and Kurapika's eyes just burning through his new and stylish glasses. He does look very stylish with those glasses.
Yeah, they're nice glasses.
Machi does quick work with both of them, and Gon makes the question that to this day, many a Hunter x Hunter fan tries to figure out the answer. Melody, wait, since when did you have a costume and wig? Did you just buy them, or did you have them from before? Kurapika, Melody, focus. They're just having a little bit of banter. And here we begin one of my favorite overall sections of the OVA, starting with an expanded chase scene with Squala. It's simple, but very well executed. My highlights are Cortopi sensing when his car slows down and being able to locate him amongst the myriad among the traffic jam, and his cell phone ringing after he's caught. The ambiance, I mean, it's just all like really great stuff. Just the way they detailed that chase.
Yeah.
The ambiance with the car lights and the heavy rain is dramatic. The interrogation itself is brutal. You can see Squala's right arm hanging dead after Pakunoda breaks it, alongside that twisted, sadistic smile 99 gave her. She did have a really like sly smile when that happened. It made her kind of menacing. I
love how she looked. She looked insane. It was so cool. And with the rain, like same with Nobunaga, the rain vibes and like the rain like dripping down them as this whole scene is happening. Mm-hmm. It looked amazing. It really added something to the scene that wasn't really present in 2011.
It added like a lot of it added a feeling of heaviness to it, I think is really what it is. Yeah. Back to her smile. We saw it briefly before at the start of the Requiem, but here we are confronted by it full force. And that final shot with his head on the ground with those lost dead eyes, can't price the cinematography enough. Yeah, it was great. Great stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hunter x Hunter, as a whole, is a series that does a lot with very little. And going back to the plot element I've been mentioning, the idea of having some of Squala's memories of Eliza bleed into the memory bomb is an inspired one.
Mm-hmm.
And it works.
I love that.
Yeah, and it works on so many different levels.
Just wish that scene was shorter, but I absolutely love that idea of the Eliza memories pushing through. It's really cool.
And it's even more like chilling when, like, you know, those are obviously ingrained with the other memories, like when they were shot into Nobunaga Kortopi, and they just don't give a shit at all about the Eliza stuff. That there's no comment on it whatsoever. Yeah, that's not their goal. The old shot of the TV with only her in color. She was the only one in color in that shot, wasn't she? Yeah. God.
It's like the only part of the memory that matters.
Oh man. The shot of her taking tea, showing how the love for those dogs is something they share. The old shot of the TV. This repeated the sentence. Okay.
Oh, that's interesting. How did that happen?
The deepness of it, due to the nature of the memory bomb, this being the most primordial memories, the thing that springs into mind the instant your memories are triggered, and the absolute callousness of the troop. They get to experience firsthand someone else's life, someone they killed, see the one they love, and not bat an eye. Yep.
That's the troop.
I'll say it. This is one of them. Another unequivocal, undisputed, and undebated 99 did it better. In fact, I agree. 100% actually. In fact, I wish 2011 had taken a page from this last part and tried to do their own twist with the idea. It just works that well. 2011 could have done something really nice with this like idea of like the memory bomb essentially, right? But yeah,
they present it really straight in 2011. It's not very exciting.
No, unfortunate in retrospect now.
Yeah.
With that done, we go back to Gon and Killua traversing through the city, and jokes about the troops' inconspicuousness aside, this is very chilling. Just these mass murderers casually walking through the street. Just a normal day. Nobody notices nothing. Makes you wonder that Makes you wonder that has ever happened to you if you were walking along someone like that without realizing it. Okay, I see what you're doing.
Yeah, I see.
Confused me for a second.
I think about that often, honestly. I always wonder, like, I've probably passed by some horrible, heinous killer. I guarantee it.
I mean, yeah,
somewhere.
Statistically, it's probably pretty likely if you live in an urban setting, at the very least. Yeah. Never know.
Yeah, I mean, I've walked through Atlanta many times. I've definitely encountered tons of killers. I'm sure.
Definitely have brushed by at least one murderer in your lifetime.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And with that foreboding thought, we arrive at the Hotel Baedekel, and this has to be one of my favorite Hunter x Hunter moments. How do you pass a message to someone who's being surrounded and on high alert, be so loud and obnoxious that they instinctively try to ignore you?
Hell yes.
That's Tagashi's brain at work, for sure. And with 5 minutes to 7, our episode comes to an end. Good cliffhanger, like I said.
You want to read that last part, too?
Yeah.
I couldn't fit it in the screenshot.
Next time on Hunter x Hunter, pride of, loyalty towards, memories of a spider. These titles are getting out of hand, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So is the normal shows as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, something I also wanted to bring up about the Leorio scene that I forgot to in our discussion. I love how, like, right after he's done playing the part, he hangs up the phone. He's immediately, like, sweating. He's like, oh shit.
Buries his face in the magazine.
Yeah. It's like that feeling after you send a risky text.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, what did I do? Like, am I fucked?
What did I just do? I love that.
Yeah, thank you, Magitech, for your comment. Very insightful, as always.
Yes, thank you. All right, and lastly, I think? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, lastly, from insert name, he says, now that I have broached some of the bigger transition stuff in the previous batch, I think I can discuss the general feeling I have as to the visual style of the OVA as a whole. It's slightly different, but more importantly, I think it is much cleaner and lacks a lot of the problems of the 99 main run. OVA Episode 3 is the first episode that I think I can comfortably say doesn't have anything above even a moderate visual oddity / flaw. Speed lines?
That is it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that speed lines are for sure.
That's the one part.
But everything else was pretty damn good. I'm not gonna lie. So
yeah.
like, you know.
I'm actually really surprised you didn't call out the speed lines insert name, unless you do later. But I feel like you would have talked about it right there. Pretty much, it's just the fact that the run they use for Keela and Melody are a bit odd. Like the way they run, I didn't really notice that. Notice how it's dark, but everything is visible. How it feels dreary, but we don't have an opaque box covering a section of the screen. Why couldn't they do this earlier? It looks so good. Well, it's a different director, so that's probably why.
Yeah. That changed a lot.
Yeah. I like the 99 aesthetic as it has a bit more grit, but this is really the first time it had the polish of something like a 2011. Totally, yeah. I see exactly where you're coming from with that. Yeah. It's very refined. And because of that, it holds its own really well against a similar material. The buildings and roads often have this watercolor gradient that gives it a great sense of object source light that provides a real sense of depth to the environments. In particular, the buildings modeled after a 1850s style department store look great with the way the windows have a gradient in each pane. From here to the end of 99, I do not personally associate the Greed Island OVAs with the rest. It just looks good. Interesting. I still don't know. I want to go in blind. I don't want to hear anything about Greed Island. Let's see how it goes.
Interesting implications with that sentence, though.
Yeah. I think they also have finally figured out a more cohesive color identity around who gets which aura colors. There's really not one I go, wow, why did that character get that color during the OVA? Though I still don't like how Gyo looks in this version. I hate the OVA transition page, by the way. It feels like a cheap DVD that hasn't been burned. Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. It definitely reminds me of exactly that, yeah. Because when I was a kid, my dad and I used to burn, actually, anime onto DVDs all the time. And that image of this gradient was like, it was reminding me of something, but now I know what. That's exactly what it was. Yeah, it just looks like shit.
For sure.
I don't know why that's the best they could come up with. They could have just reused that like spider thing they were doing in the TV run.
Don't know why. Yeah, don't know why they didn't, but oh well.
Remember that one time they just used like a shot of some random town?
Yeah, for one episode.
One episode.
What was that about?
So weird. I have no idea now. Bizarre. They were just trying shit.
I guess.
Episode 3. I love the little exchange between, and remember, insert name doesn't use our episode numbers because he has to be different. Mm-hmm. I love the little exchange between Kilo and Melody. Such a fun moment of them being surprised by each other. It just brings joy. It just brings me joy seeing those two interact. Yeah, I had the same feeling. It's cool. Every time I get to this section of the story in 99 and 2011, I have to directly tell people who Kurapika is because they get confused by the disguise and long hair. Interesting. I like to think the reason that people know about ninjas in this universe is that they fought in the World War II analog. Maybe they sink battleships. Maybe. I don't think the chains should squirm like that. Hey, okay, same wavelength. In that ending scene, yeah. I know it's meant to make them feel alive, but to me that just looks wrong. Yeah, look, they were like worms. It's so weird.
Yeah, it's like off-putting in a way.
Yeah. And also, does nobody react to the what you said, lady, twice, to the lady walking around with a vacuum cleaner?
That's what I'm saying.
That's very similar points all around. That's a conjured object. Motherfuckers can see that. Yeah, I know they can, but they don't care, I guess.
Yorknew is a wild place.
It really is. Episode 4, Machi capturing them in a flash and swirl of spiraling thread is so fucking cool. Yes, it is. That was a very cool scene. I know it's just the subs I'm using, but in your version, did Melody say, "Anxiety is forbidden" to Kurapika? That's such a weird line. No.
I don't think that line was said. No,
Definitely not.
What I remember of that exchange in particular, it sounded very coherent to me, whereas that one line does not. So
I would have definitely taken note of that if that was said. That must be whatever subs you're using.
All right, moving on to the rest of insert names comment. I really like the animation on the windshield wiper in Squala's car. Admittedly, not something I really paid attention to, but I'll take your word for it.
Don't remember, but good shout.
Okay, maybe the road is a little too dark for my taste, but in general, the road looks so good, so I'll let it pass. Even in the darkness, they have some bright light reflections, so it's fine. We got a road watcher over here. Just teasing. Squala, I must stay calm as he slams down on the gas pedal. I mean,
can you blame him?
Yeah, can you really blame him in this situation? Maybe it was a calm and collected strategy to slam down on the gas pedal.
Kinda.
The entire Squala chase scene is great. Nobunaga bamfing from bouncing. Bamfing? Is bamfing a word?
I'll look it up.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Anyways, yeah, going from car to car is cool.
It is.
Oh,
It
wow.
is.
You learn something new every day. I did not know that word existed. Okay.
It's kind of an unconventional word. The bamfing effect, where the residual ghost of Nightcrawler's essence. What the? Okay. What are we talking about?
Are you sure that's the right definition?
A very vulgar slang. All right, whatever. I'm getting out of here. I think that was a typo. I don't.
Okay.
I don't
All right.
fucking know.
Yeah. Don't look that up. I guess.
I don't know what's going on.
Nobunaga bouncing, I'll just say bouncing, from car to car is cool, accompanied by a looping crunch sound effect as he lands on each car that I find hilarious in sequence. Not something I picked up on at that moment either. Maybe I was just too locked in on Squala's fate.
No, I did notice that, actually, but yeah.
Okay.
It's cool.
Crunch, crunch, crunch. But the tone and atmosphere of the scene is really unmatched. The look on Nobunaga's face with the rain dripping down as he addresses Squala is fucking brutal, and I love it. Same with how ragged Paku's eyes and hair look as she glares at him while asking questions. The anger can truly be felt in that moment, and it really heightens just how fucked Squala is. Yeah, he's done. The rain, the lighting, the emphasis on the mouth animation really elevates Squala's death. In many ways, this scene is the platonic ideal of what the general public thinks 1999 is, but just only executes a percentage of the time. Cherry-picked scenes is what we'd like to call that. Also, his head blasting off towards the light seems thematic. He's heading towards the light as his body crumples to the ground. That's a great interpretation of how that scene was directed.
Yeah.
The lines and balls thing has to be a preset thing. I've seen it in so many old anime. The lines and balls thing.
I'm not sure what that means.
I'm thinking and nothing's come to mind, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Elaborate in a follow-up comment, maybe. We get to watch 1999 in 1999.
We do.
Okay, how is Pakunoda getting the stuff Squala wasn't there for? Which stuff was he not there for?
Oh, yeah, the stuff with Uvo. Like at the cliffside, he wasn't there.
Was the entire group not there? Like didn't they just get there as he was killing like Porcupine Dude or whatever? Am I remembering that incorrectly? I thought it made sense to me. Maybe I'm misremembering. I don't know.
That's the only part I can think about. If Squala was there, I don't remember him doing anything.
No, I mean he didn't do anything.
Nobody did anything.
He didn't do anything, but all of the bodyguards were there. Because they were trying to prevent Karapika from going in himself. I remember that distinctively. I don't know. I could be wrong.
I'm not sure. I don't know for sure.
Though in all seriousness, with the amount of information that Pakunoda is getting, that poses real interesting consequences to her ability. She's getting info such as Squala's relationships she didn't intend. It makes you wonder what kind of unwanted information she has gotten in the past. Yeah, makes you think just like how deep that ability can go.
Hold on. I found the very clear scene that he was not there for. I didn't even pick up on this. They literally show... Oh, wait, no. Hold on. No. Nope. I don't know what he's talking about actually, because I thought for a second they showed a scene from Kurapika versus Uvo, but no, that's when they were in the car
Okay,
driving with Uvo in chain jail. I also see the lines and balls thing.
Oh.
It happens right at the end of the memory sequence. They like a bunch of balls and lines just like shoot into the camera.
Oh, that. Okay, I see what you're getting at now. Okay, that makes more sense. My bad. But yeah, in terms of Squala not being there for something, still no clue, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know.
Anyways, the level of both brutality and heartlessness required to witness the horrible things and the good things the troops' enemies have done must have really weighed on her and goes a long way to explain the type of person she is. Yeah, I think it makes her character make a lot more sense in retrospect when you think about that.
Yeah.
Also, one thing I've never understood is both her ability's name and the description implies she can use psychometry on objects, because you know that's what the concept of psychometry is. It feels very odd they don't use that to effectively solve problems. I'd have to think on that more, admittedly, I think. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly picking up what you're putting down, I think. And that's on me. That's a skill issue. I can think of countless applications that would be more effective and discreet than what they do here. I don't know. It's weird. It seems to me Togashi operates as though it only works on people, but that would be like having an ability that cooks steaks and naming it sous vide, and having the ability to conjure a gas grill. Maybe there's limitations on objects, but that's still that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not really sure how to respond to that, honestly. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe Togashi is bad at writing abilities, you know.
Yeah, Togashi kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking about it.
No, in all seriousness, I mean, like, yeah, maybe I just have to think about that more. I think I don't really.
Yeah, I've never put any amount of thought into this before, so I'm not really sure. But I see what you're. I kind of see what you're putting down, at least.
Mm-hmm. Overall, pretty solid batch. And the first one, I think I could say I liked all the episodes more than the 2011 equivalents. Seems to be a consensus of that then for this batch.
Yeah.
Also, based on the manga, Nobunaga doesn't know what those bullets do. None of the troop but Crollo till that moment. And they just fucking trust her to shoot them in the head.
I would. I mean, honestly, I don't see why she would like screw them over in that moment. That'd be pretty wild.
Yeah, that would be really insane if she just like tricked them at that specific point in time, I think.
Yeah, deepest undercover mission of all time.
That'd be crazy. Especially putting yourself in Nobunaga's shoes. Like, he's known her for so long at that point.
His whole life, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, that makes sense. Like, she wouldn't kill him like that, at the very least.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, really solid batch. I agree. And thank you for the comment as per usual. Insert name.
Yes, thank you.
And with that, that's going to be the end of community comments. Thank you so much for everybody that wrote in. Usual reminder, if you want to get in on the fun, discussing any given topic week to week, make sure you keep an eye out for the YouTube community posts, as well as the call-out posts on Twitter and Bluesky. And of course, you could always email us your thoughts at hunterassociationpod@gmail.com.
And with that, this has been the Hunter Association. Thank you so much for listening. We are available on all major podcasting platforms as well as YouTube for the video version. Be sure to follow, rate, review, and comment on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You can also follow us on Twitter at TXHXAPod as well as Bluesky at THAPod for updates on the show and as an alternative way to submit responses to the weekly call-out posts. As always, we'll be here the same time every week talking about Hunter x Hunter. Dylan, where can people find you online?
You can follow me online at DJ Tengen. That's DJTENGEN on Twitter and Bluesky. Go give me a follow if you're interested in my shenanigans day to day.
How's Bleach going, Dylan? I know, but tell the audience. I bet they. I feel like they care.
Yeah, there's been a couple people who's like, "Damn, he's reading Bleach now. Awesome." Yeah, or rather, I'm specifically thinking of insert names comment. I think, but
yeah.
We'll be finishing Soul Society very soon, I think. I'm about 30-ish chapters away, according to Kaige, from finishing it up. So very exciting stuff. I'm really liking what I'm reading of Bleach so far. It's been a fantastic time, I think. Kenpachi's the GOAT. That is all.
Hell yeah. Great takeaway.
And Yororichi is hot. That is all.
Yes, she definitely is. And you can find me on Bluesky and YouTube at Manga Kaige. Nothing in particular to shout out. Manga Kaige Awards. You can vote. It's the last like 4 days left. Yeah, about 4 days left to vote. So go ahead and vote if you want.
And go check out his video that I'm sure will be uploaded the same day as this video is uploaded. Once you're done watching this one, of course.
If you're a member.
If you are a member. If not, tune in tomorrow, I guess, from when this is uploaded.
Yes. All right, that's all we got for this week. Next week, character retrospective, back. Sorry, we took a month off from that.
Yeah.
Scheduling problems.
RB.
But we are doing Moral with the Hunter Society as our guest.
It's been a while since we had Hunter Society on the channel, so really looking forward to that discussion.
Yeah, I'm really excited to talk about Moral. So definitely be the longest conversation I'll have had about Moral. So it'll be fun.
Well, not aside from Net Impact, where I've despised that character with a burning passion.
Yeah.
That's a different
I'll be
topic.
sure to bring up Net Impact during this discussion.
Oh, I'm sure you will. Yeah, it'll be great.
Yeah, we'll see you for that. Yeah. We'll see you for that. So keep an eye out for the community posts coming up in the next day or two. And yeah, beyond that, we will finish 99. Well, not 99, but the OVA, the first OVA series. We'll finish Yorknew this month as well. Unless the manga decides to come back sporadically, but I don't think we're at risk of that. At least not quite like that. Who knows, honestly. Who knows? It could just be like a... Yeah, I'm not going to say anything.
The moment we get that announcement, all of our plans change. So we're, day by day still.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll keep reiterating that. Just know that if any plans we have, we're locked in on 99 right now. But if chapters are coming back, 99's gone. Like at the drop of a hat, it's gone. We're covering Succession War stuff.
Yeah. Until those chapters are done, of course. But yeah, we're...
Well, yeah.
Yeah. We'll get back to it eventually, no matter what. I'm sure.
It would be great if we could just finish this OVA, finish Yorknew, and then chapters are back. I hate to start Greed Island and then have to leave it for a few months.
I would hate to also.
Oh, well.
Maybe Togashi speeds up submitting these chapters, and we can get a timely announcement with the end of Yorknew. We'll see.
It's possible. It's possible.
Yeah, still on the table. That's like a month out still, so.
Yeah. All right. That's all we got. So we will see you guys next week. Take it easy, guys.
Yep. Take care and have a happy new year.